remember a while back when I did that, like, intro to, like, the project 100 uses, project use it up, even though I'm intending to go beyond just the 100 limit with some of these and just go see however far some of these take me for the ones that I, like, really reuse. We finally have our first group of things that hit 50. So for Club 50, round 1, I waited till I had 10 products, which took longer than I thought it would. It seemed like they hung out right around that, like, late 40s space for quite a while, but we're finally there. Some of them are now empty, some of them are not, but we're gonna go ahead, reach in here. Let me find, where's the first one? The first one is an empty. And this one was the Bath & Body Works Georgia Peach Deep Cleansing Hand Soap. It topped out at 80 uses, but to be fair, when I started this project, this was not brand new. So it probably easily could have made it into 100 territory, but it was already partially used when I started this project. So I can't go backwards and count what I used before, since I don't know how many times I used it, but I would buy it again. I totally would on this one. But at the same time, there's so many other fragrances that I want to try first that are also peach ones that I'm like, I'll probably eventually come back to it, but for right now, I'm good. But yeah, that one topped out at 80. Then we've got one that is currently still in it, that was also not new when we started it, but since it's not empty, and since I have another one, or two, we don't have like a flat-out number count on it yet. I just know that it surpassed the 50 mark. I know that this one is pushing the 100 mark on my spreadsheet where I track all the usage, and this is the Bath & Body Works Maui Mango Mai Tai Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. You can see it's still got a fair amount in there. I want to say it's somewhere around like 94 uses as of today, as of filming this, so it's close to 100. It'll be the first one to hit the 100 mark officially, even though there's like some honorable mention ones that easily could have, like the last one. But nothing else is anywhere close near 100, so I don't know when it'll be that I get to do the first 100 group. But I do have a bunch that are pushing 50 behind this set for round 2, so there'll probably be a bunch more 50s than 100s, but we'll see. We'll see. So our third one in here is another one that's not empty, or wait, no, third one actually is empty. And this one, again, totally would have hit 100 status if it had been new when I started the project, but it was already like half gone when I started. So this topped out at 54 when it was empty, but this was the Bath & Body Works Nourishing Hand Soap with Pumpkin Butter and Spiced Apple Bourbon. They no longer make this one, but if they ever brought it back for any reason, I would buy it again in a heartbeat, because this one was so freaking good. There's just water from rinsing it out that's at the bottom, it's not soap, so. Okay. Now the next one in here is not an empty, I'm still working on this. This is the Ocean Surf Speed Stick Deodorant. There is still like a good amount in there. So, plus I have one more to go of it as its backup before I swap over to something else. It was working really well for a while for me, and now it's gotten to where it kind of doesn't, so I don't know if I have like hormonal changes or what all's going on there, but it was working really great. Now not so much, so I don't know that I would buy it a third time, but I did buy it a second time back when it was still working just to have the backup ready to go, but now I'm like, that was a misstep. But you never know, maybe it'll start working again like it was working before for me too, so I don't know. So the next one in here, this is an unopened one, but I've gone through several of these. The one that is currently in my shower, I did not bring out here because it has a hole right up here near the crimp and it leaks out of it. So I didn't want to pull that one out here and have it leaking all over. That's why I went with the one that I have ready to go when that one's empty. And this is the Signature Care, which is Safeway's generic house brand, oil-free pink grapefruit foaming scrub. This is like their knockoff version of the Neutrogena grapefruit scrub. Would I say it's as good as the Neutrogena? No, but the Neutrogena one is almost always freaking sold out. So I settle for this one, but I'm like, this is like my third or fourth tube of it. I'm just like, I'm really starting to just, like, not feel it at this point with this one. It doesn't do anywhere near as good a job as the real thing, so I may just hit up Amazon and get the real thing, but for a while there, it was doing real great, and I'll use up what I have of it, but I'll do a full-on review of this one, because I haven't reviewed this yet, but yeah, this is one generic that it's not as good as the real deal. Sometimes generics are equal to, but a lot of times they're not. And this one, it's not, but at the same time, it's like, in the absence of the other, it'll do, kind of, but it's not as good. But it did hit 50, so... let's see here. The next one in here is also not empty yet. It is the Soft Soap Lavender and Chamomile Hand Soap. This one is like the clear jelly one. I also have the creamy version of this too. I think I have 2 of that ready to go, and this one is empty. It's a little bit discolored because of where I keep it on the windowsill. The sun hits it, so I don't know what's in the lavender or the chamomile that got discolored. It's not even like an old-ass bottle or anything. It's not. It just, the sun did that to it relatively quickly, so I'm like, oh. Don't know what's in soft soap that did that, but I mean, it still works fine, still smells fine. I actually usually wash my face masks for work with this stuff, so, but yeah. This one is probably the next closest thing that's even getting anywhere in the realm towards 100, but I think this is still in like the 70s somewhere, so. Next up, let's see here. Again, not empty, and I've been loving the hell out of this lately, is the Bath & Body Works Eucalyptus Mint Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. There's still a fair amount in there. This one, I think, either was new when it rolled into this project, or it was close to it, so I may have a fairer read on this one versus the others that were well into them when I started this project. But hit 50, we're well beyond the 50 now with it. This one I think will easily hit 100 too. And then we have... Oh, and by the way, I would totally buy this one again. As opposed to some of the things in this where I'm like, don't know that I would, but this one, oh hell yeah, I would. That one smells really good. So this is from Ipsy in their Refreshments line. It's their Pearly Body Wash in Citrus Spritz. And this is not empty, and I think I do have at least 1 backup of this, if not 2. Not on purpose, but because they accidentally sent them. But luckily I really like this stuff, and you know, if I ran through all of it, I think I could honestly say I think I would buy more of this. I think I do like it that much. So, this one is a good find. If you've not tried it, it's pretty darn good, and as much as I thought this is a really small bottle for like the amount they charge for it, it goes a long way. Like a little dime-sized amount will wash your entire body. It's that good. So, actually, I retract my earlier statements thinking that it was a ripoff price-wise. No, it's actually not. So then we have an almost empty, like it's so close to it, it freaking hurts. It's like the eye cream that won't die. This is the Lumia Multi-Dimensional Platinum Eye Serum. It is so effing close to done. I started this last summer, and honestly, for an eye cream, that's a good amount of eye cream. It was all the way full when it was new. So, I honestly did not think it would take anywhere near this long to use up. They claimed this was a month's supply. A month? Really? How much do you have to use for that to be a month's supply? No. Like a little over a full-ass year later, there's still that much to go in there, and you know what? I would say, of what's there, that is easily probably still another month to go before it hits empty. Now this, would I buy again? Hell no. Not necessarily because of the actual product itself, but because of the packaging. This is not gold on the top. No, it is gold foil wrapped, and it has started to deteriorate over time because it's been so long, and I'm like, every time I use it, I get little, like, flecks of gold all over my hands, which then end up on my face as I put this on, and just, nah, dude, I am so ready for this one to be done. I mean, a lesser person might just tap out with it being that close, but I'm like, no, I've seen it through this far. I am going to finish what I fucking started. So, I am hell-bent on finishing that. But yeah. It was also not new when it was rolled into the project. This would have easily gone over 100 uses. Easy. This might have even been over 200 uses back when it was new. I have no way of knowing that now, because when I started this project, it was probably already down to about here, and it's only moved that much in that amount of time. So, yeah, that. And finally, the last thing in this round of Club 50, this one is not empty, although I have an empty too, and I have another fresh one ready to go, is the e.l.f. Keep Your Balance Toner, aka my favorite toner in the world. I love this stuff. I go through it like water. Absolutely would and will buy it again, probably many, 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 many times over, because I adore this stuff so much. And I really shouldn't be shaking. It's getting all bubbly, but love this. Cannot speak highly of it enough. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what made it into round 1 of the products that I've used at least 50 times. So, how is your project panning going, guys? Let me know down in the comments, or just anything about anything. And as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already like me, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link as always is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.